Hi everyone, this is Chane again, and this week I'll be talking about validity. Validity is the degree to which the researcher has measured what he or she has set out to measure. For example, if I am measuring the health benefits of orange juice, I would not conduct a study in which I gather participants' preferences towards orange juice. That study would not be valid. So there are several types of validity. One is space and content validity, where each research instrument has a logical link with an objective. So the greater the link, the higher the validity. And this is advantageous because it's easy to supply. However, judgment is subjective, so different people may have different opinions on which research instruments are linked with which objective. Next, we have construct validity, so the indication of the quality of a research instrument and its ability to measure what it's supposed to. And this is based on statistical procedures. And then lastly, we have concurrent and predictive validity, where predictive is the degree to which an instrument can forecast an outcome, and concurrent, how well an instrument compares with a second assessment. So an example may be if I develop a personality test and I compare it to the Big Five personality test, which is well known, and the assessments show to be similar and they show to be comparable, concurrent and predictive validity would be high in this instance. We also need to consider internal and external validity within a study. So internal validity focuses on the cause and effect relationships within a sample, while external validity refers to the extent the results can be generalized beyond that sample. So we want to be able to generalize our results to a larger population. Within quantitative research, there are several threats to internal validity. One is history, and this refers to confounding effects from specific events other than the experimental treatment. So this occurs when there may be a new law put in place or a news event or global event that affects results for the participant. Next is maturation. So this happens when a participant gets older or more experienced or stronger, and results can be different the second time around. Next is attrition, and this happens from subject loss, so someone may be dropping out of the study. And then lastly, we have testing. So this occurs when there's pretesting or repeated testing. The participant becomes familiar with the study, and usually results improve because of that. So there are also several threats to external validity. One is selection. So you want a sample that can be generalized to a larger population in the end. So characteristics that are not limiting, like age or weight or diagnosis. Then also setting. So you want to be able to replicate your study in multiple settings. So if you are performing a study, say, in a hospital, you want to be able to apply those results to all hospitals across the US. And then lastly, we have history. So you want to be able to generalize the results to different time periods. If you are generalizing to the future, you want to be able to do that. And you also want to be able to refer to the past to make sure results are consistent. People tend to interchangeably use reliability and validity. However, in research, they're not the same. So I just wanted to differentiate the two before we come to a close. So reliability refers to an instrument's ability to be consistent and stable, and hence it is predictable. So it is able to repeat measurements under constant conditions with the same result. So we can have a study that is reliable, so the results may be accurate and they may be predictable. However, they're not valid because it doesn't measure what it intends to measure. We also may have a study that is unreliable, so it is not consistent or predictable. Results may be all over the place. And if it is not any of those things, it is not valid either. Then lastly, and what we are all probably aiming for in research is to have a study that is reliable and valid. So a study that measures what it intends to measure, and those results are accurate and reliable and predictable. So I hope this clarifies some things for everyone, and that is all I have today. Thank you.